Hey, Brenton here from Effortless Swimming. In today's video, I want to show you a small thing that people tend to do when they're trying to develop a high elbow catch that makes them ineffective with their catch. So they don't swim as fast and their catch isn't really a high elbow catch. It keeps them stuck in a dropped elbow position. So they end up just being very ineffective with that movement. So if you can learn to do this one thing, that can really help you have more surface area to work with and get the feeling of holding water when you're swimming, meaning that you're traveling forwards and you're not slipping through the water, feeling like you're going nowhere. Now, I was working with an athlete the other day and he showed me a video of his catch, and what he was doing was coming in towards the center of his body. So as he started from out in front, he was reaching forwards. Then when he started to move his hand through the stroke, his fingers ended up pointing to the side of the pool. So he's coming in this direction here. Now, when you look at that from the side, that looks like a dropped elbow position, as in a low elbow position, which is very ineffective, and you don't end up holding much water. So you end up being quite slow. The reason a lot of people tend to do that is they think the first movement with their catch needs to come inwards to the center. But if you look at the best swimmers in the world, that initial movement ends up going away from the center. So you start in line with your shoulder, you go away from the center in that initial movement. But it's counterintuitive because you think to get that high elbow position that you probably heard talked about, that you've got to go inwards, but it's not the case. So what I try and encourage those swimmers to do is think about moving downwards with your hand rather than inwards. So once you're out in front, think about pointing those fingertips to the bottom of the pool, and your hand will actually move up slightly away from the center. It's almost like if you were to pull yourself out of the water or pull yourself up onto something, you're not going to go in this direction here. You're going to have your hands out wider because that's when you'll be stronger. So in order to train that kind of movement, I'll quite often get them to do this slow doggy scoop drill. And in this slow doggy scoop drill, initially they're usually going inwards in the incorrect movement. So I encourage them to slow it down, put your snorkel on, put some fins on, and just work on that initial outwards movement. Again, not where you're going out too wide, but where you're keeping the fingertips pointing down, but that hand moves outwards. It's quite a different movement than what you might be used to. But if you can get that sort of position, then you're going to have all this surface area that you can work with through your catch. And then it's going to feel like you can anchor your hand in the water and you can move past it, or that feeling of hooking into the water and shifting your arm past it. That's what we want to move towards. So by going about it the right way and developing that slight outwards movement first, then you can really set up your catch well. And if you haven't been through our 5-day catch challenge, I'll put the link below. That's where we've got 5 steps to develop your high elbow catch position and improve your feel for the water. And the promise there is you can swim 5 seconds faster in 5 days. It's only $10. I'll put the link below if you'd like to go through it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe below, and we're working our way up to 300,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so I'd love your help to get there if you're not a subscriber yet. I think about 80% of the people who watch our videos are not a subscriber, so hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next week with another video.